If you like seeing cute babies or ones with impressive skills, this video is definitely for you. But stay tuned, because today we're going to travel around the world and meet the most charming and also the most unique babies you've ever seen. Think you're ready? Then pay attention, because the last one will leave you astonished. Emilite Dover. She developed a condition that caused her to show symptoms of menopause at the age of 7. The child's mother said that doctors informed her that Emily was born with a rare condition called Hudson's disease. Due to the condition, Emery started menstruating at 2 years old. When the child turned 7, her mother said doctors reported that Emily started showing menopause symptoms due to her condition. Emily was bullied at school, especially in daycare. Emily's mother also said that the condition has become problematic for the family, as it makes the daughter look older than her age. Talking about the condition of her daughter too, Dover said he began to notice that his daughter was concerned about her body after she kept asking,
"Why was she so different
all
from
the other people and their age?" She also said that due to Emily's young age, it's hard to explain to her that blood in her stool means she is menstruating. When Emily's father said they had to use panty liners to minimize blood stains, as it affected Emily's self-esteem. The baby with long eyelashes. A mother had to prove she doesn't apply makeup products on her child after people didn't believe their eyelashes were real. Kate Norton from the United States shares videos of her 1-year-old daughter, Madeline, on TikTok, and she has garnered a large following. Many people are impressed by the child's incredibly long lashes, with some women even admitting they are jealous and want to steal them. The mother carefully films herself cleaning her daughter's eye with a cotton swab while she's sleeping, showing that nothing comes out while she does it. Kate responded saying, "I thought that was obvious, but there are always some people accusing me of putting on eyeliner and false eyelashes on my 14-month-old daughter. Some thought Madeline was beautiful, and some thought she could be a model when she grows up. She certainly is a find. Girl older than her own grandmother. Aging is a natural phenomenon that is linked to humans from birth. Maybe some people need to go through it faster than others." Meet Hallie Oken, who suffered from a very rare condition called progeria that made her age faster than other people. Her aging rate was too harmful, as at such a young age, she was already older than her grandmother if we compare. Given his condition, Holly did not have strong health and relied on his parents most of the time. Weakened health and unstoppable aging were too much for her, and she lost her life at 17 due to pneumonia. Abigail Rose Butler. The story of baby Abigail Rose Butler is a miracle. When her mother, United States Republican Senator Jamie Herrera Butler, was 5 months pregnant, they told her that baby Abigail Rose had no kidneys. It was a severe case with slim chances of survival according to the doctors. Abigail had Potter syndrome. It meant the baby wasn't making enough amniotic fluid, which would harm the development of its organs. The family had 2 options: keep the baby or terminate the pregnancy. They chose to fight, and fortunately a Johns Hopkins University doctor helped them by performing an unconventional procedure, which revitalized Abigail's organs. Months after birth, she was lucky her father was a compatible donor for the kidney transplant, saving the family the stress of looking for a kidney donor. The baby named Lucifer. This mother has been demonized on the internet for giving her child one of the most controversial and trendy baby names of 2022. Josie Barnes, a 27-year-old mother from England, says they have been receiving constant criticism from trolls since they impulsively announced the birth of their child, with the controversial name of the popular Jeremy Kyle show from the United Kingdom. The name Lucifer has Latin origins and means morning star or light bringer. Even though the mother picked the name from a baby name book, she says she has received a lot of criticism. Some people believe it's nobody's business what someone names their child, while others worry that the name might not be the best choice for the child. However, not everyone agrees. Without a nose, baby Ali was born with just one flaw. He had no nose. It's quite hard to understand their situation. There was no spot for that organ in the nose area, just a small swelling on the skin and no nostrils present. The doctors provided Ellie with a tracheostomy, a tube that helped her breathe. The parents had to clean the tube every day to keep it free from infections. Not having a nose prevented Ellie from making any sound when she cried. But their parents still hoped that one day doctors could give them a functioning nose. Baby Pantelis. Baby Paisley was born with a rare condition known as Beckwith-Wiedemann syndrome. The impact of this condition on a baby is that it makes the body's organs grow at an astronomical rate. In Paisley's case, his affected organ was the tongue. Before birth, the ultrasound performed on her mother showed she was in perfect condition except for Paisley's tongue. At the time, Paisley's mother thought everything was fine. Well, then she thought Paisley's tongue was that way because the baby liked to stick her tongue out. At 32 weeks of pregnancy, Paisley was born through a cesarean section, and that's when her mother realized there was a problem. At birth, the doctors had no idea why Paisley's tongue was larger than normal. After several weeks of testing, a report from the Stanford Children's Hospital revealed that Paisley was born with Beckwith-Wiedemann syndrome. 3 months after birth, Paisley underwent 2 surgeries, and since then, his tongue has been in good condition. Anita Hazanzadeh. Anita Hazanzadeh, born on January 10, 2015. She is a child artist, model, and social media personality. This little girl has millions of admirers all over the world. She always said her parents supported her a lot in her career. Her father's name is Ali Hazanzadeh, and her mother's name is Marian Hazanzadeh. She also has a sister and a brother. She lives in Isfahan, Iran. As a very young model, she's still going through the schooling process. This young model does her school studies at home. Currently, she is only 7 years old and has more than 1.2 million followers on Instagram. She is one of the most followed celebrities. The model has made appearances in several professional photo shoots of many prestigious brands, as well as working on many advertising campaigns. Child's body. A girl trapped in a child's body is hard to believe, but it's true. Rachel Jenner was a 26-year-old girl suffering from a rare condition that made her age, but her body remained the size of a child. Jan's mother shared that at the age of 3, she noticed something was wrong with her daughter's growth. The doctors couldn't diagnose his condition and the reason for his short stature. The Indonesian girl could not only speak and walk properly, but understood everything. It seemed that the girl's mind was functioning well, but her stunted growth was a big obstacle in her life. Vanellope Hope Wilkins. Vanellope Hope Wilkins was born with her heart outside her body. When the family received the news of their daughter's condition during pregnancy, doctors advised her to terminate the pregnancy because there was a 90% chance it could be fatal. However, the family said they kept faith and hoped that their unborn daughter would survive in the womb. Despite the child's crucial health circumstances, the doctors at Nafran Queens Medical Center sprang into action.
They are to keep
There you
you.
go. And they made it.
How
Since
is
she
it?
was born without an exterior, she had to undergo 3 surgeries to ensure her heart returned to the correct position. She survived the surgeries. Her parents reported that the doctors they were told there was a high likelihood of the child being completely blind by the age of 7. The family, including her doctors, hoped Vanellope would lead a normal life. Yet, everyone was disappointed after the child was diagnosed with epilepsy, autism, and a high chance of completely losing sight as one ages. David Doronina. When Tatiana Doronina and her husband, a fighter, found out they were expecting a baby, they thought he would have dark hair like both of them. However, a baby boy earned comparisons to Boris Johnson or Supla thanks to his shocking mane of white blonde hair. David Barabas from Surrey. David Barabasi and Surrey are only 3 months old, but already have more hair than many toddlers. Her appearance was mentioned even before she left the hospital by nurses who helped take care of her after her birth on March 1st, 2021. Now, his parents are stopped on the street by strangers who comment on his appearance. David was born weighing a little over 4 kilograms, and so when his parents saw him, they were amazed by the amount of hair he had. Even though his hair was already long at 3 months old, the new parents have no plans to cut it soon. Giant neck. Glasgow's Cold was a baby born with a very rare condition, as he had an enlarged cyst around his neck, mouth, and tongue. This condition was called cystic hygroma. Cod had a large, elongated face and an extended neck. The boy's lymphatic disorder required a tracheostomy for him to breathe properly. Cood's tongue was larger than normal and didn't fit properly in her mouth. So the doctors treated her and her tongue was reshaped to fit better in her mouth. Doctors revealed that this condition couldn't be properly cured, but through various surgeries, the cyst could be reduced. Kendra, Himalaya, and Ron. Kendra and Malaya Heron were born as conjoined twins in August 2006. The girls shared a large intestine, kidney, liver, pelvis, abdomen, and one leg each. After birth, they spent 6 weeks in the hospital before going back home with their family. To treat their birth condition, the girls wore bandages that needed to be changed 3 times a week. After spending weeks in the hospital to keep them alive, especially Malia, the family had to get an extra kidney because they were born with just 1 kidney. The girls also had to undergo surgeries to straighten their backs every 6 months and daily physical therapy to keep them in good shape. When they turned 4 years old, they underwent a separation surgery. 6 surgeons and 25 support professionals carried out the surgery in an operation that lasted over 20 hours. Alice, the girl who speaks hard. Alice is a baby born in London who just turned 2 years old in the middle of this year. But it went viral on social media for pronouncing difficult words even at a young age. As is often the case, Alice's Brazilian parents who live in London, they began filming her from her birth and shared her videos with friends and family through social networks and apps. Messaging apps. Without imagining that her daughter's videos would go viral and become so popular, the girl's mother, who is not yet in school, says that the learning process in Alice's language began at 8 months old, and at the same time she showed interest in pronouncing difficult words. With just 1 year and 1 month, Alice began to try to repeat all the words she heard at home and asked to pronounce them again while playing. However, the woman explains that most of the words pronounced by the little girl, it means nothing to her. Baby Alice is just 2 years old at the moment. Morgana, her mother, has a YouTube channel with 395,000 subscribers, an Instagram profile with 3.9 million followers, and another on TikTok with 4.2 million followers. GMAC tables. The North Carolina twins in the United States had a birth defect called craniopagus, which joined them by the head. The conjoined twins were attached to each other, sharing part of their brains. Right after birth, doctors advised them to undergo surgery and treat their critical condition. The procedure included 10 months of minor surgeries to use expanders on their heads to stretch their skins. Then, the doctors performed the major surgery to separate the twins forever. The little twins were given a new life when they were successfully separated from each other. Baby Shanko. Baby Shanko was born in Japan and became an internet celebrity not because of his Japanese heritage, but because of her unusually luxuriant and thick hair. Baby Shanko has more than 100,000 followers on his Instagram account, and it seems their popularity on social media shows no signs of diminishing. In fact, her fame is so great that she even began to participate in hair product commercials in her homeland. Elderly baby. This mother lives a life of endless pain. She gave birth to a baby who has the body of an old woman and ages very fast. Their daughter was small in size but as fragile as an elderly lady. The baby couldn't see anything, had hearing difficulties, and due to back problems, couldn't even sit properly. Their daughter had the body of a frail grandmother. The child wasn't getting enough oxygen and couldn't swallow any kind of food, surviving only on armamentation. Wishing lots of luck. Well, this amazing mother-daughter duo, they needed a lot. Baby Eberhard, Ebrath, which means angel in the Syrian language, was lucky to survive a rare condition known as encephalocele. According to medical research, babies born with encephalocele usually have the brain growing outside the skull. After the birth of Ebrar, her mother, Safa Jabbar, said that doctors told her the daughter would not survive births. But she survived. Ebrar underwent several surgeries, and her mother sees her as an angel for surviving everything she faced. While Ebraz was recovering from surgeries, preliminary reports from the doctors indicated that the girl would have a long road to recovery. For now, Ebrar is being fed through tubes, and the doctors say she will lose hearing in both ears, but she has a chance to grow. Bone deformation reduced. Abigail was born with a rare genetic disease that made her face very unusual. The condition caused their face to have underdeveloped bones. The baby's face was smaller than normal size and showed signs of underdeveloped bones. Abigail's mother couldn't take care of her due to financial issues, so she decided to give her up for adoption. However, upon seeing Abigail's face, the foster mother abandoned her. The biological mother called it a miracle and, despite all the difficulties, brought the baby back into her life. Jackson Buell. Jackson Boone was born in the United States like any other baby. However, his birth was significant and unique because he was born without the brain. Nicknamed A. Jackson Strong for their strong will to live despite their birth deformity. His family said he passed away at 5 years old. Speaking about the death of their son Jackson, the father said his son's death had nothing to do with COVID-19. He said Jackson's life ended like that of any other child born with his condition. Born in Orlando, Florida, Jackson was born with a condition known as microhydrocephalus, a rare condition that affects brain development. Despite losing 80% of the critical aspects of his brain, doctors did not expect him to live beyond 1 year of age. But he defied the odds and lived to see his 5th birthday. Fatima Gomez Intel. Fatima Gomez, 31 years old from Munizuri, and her 3-month-old son Tayo hardly go unnoticed anywhere. Both were born with a rare genetic condition called Beldism. The main characteristics are white spots on the skin and a white stripe in the hair. She began by saying it is a hereditary condition and almost everyone in her family has albinism too. Moreover, they mentioned it took a long time to accept their appearance and dyed their hair every 15 days until the age of 24. Fatima revealed it was her husband, Jose Neto, who helped her see the beauty of her mark, not hiding it. With self-esteem growing thanks to her husband, she decided to start posting some pictures on social media without hiding her rare condition. and was surprised by all the praise and support she received, quickly gaining thousands of followers. Fatima is saying she neither imagined nor wanted her son to be born with the same mark. However, Theo gave her a lot of strength to keep going and not let anything hinder her happiness. Moreover, the internet quickly fell in love with the baby's cuteness and sent a flood of compliments to the family. Miracle baby. This little girl was born with a disability, but her parents call her the lucky baby. The girl was born without limbs and had very small feet that didn't even support her when crawling. She had only 2 fingers and her legs were very short with reduced growth. Despite these disabilities, the baby was still very healthy due to his reduced leg growth. Due to reduced growth in the legs, the baby could not crawl and remained in a sitting position. The parents believed their daughter with disabilities was a miracle because whoever held the sick child would be healed according to their beliefs. Isla Patrick and the creatinine. A certain little girl from Leicester, England is the only person in the world diagnosed with Benjamin Button's disease. Incredibly rare. Isla Patrick, 4 years old, was born with this dysplasia, and it's a condition of rapid aging. However, doctors have discovered she is the only person with her specific mutation. The condition causes premature aging of her main organs. This includes kidneys and heart, giving her a much older appearance than her age. Isla's mom, Stace, says the doctors found a mutation they had never seen before and couldn't give us any answers. The family did their best to live each day to the fullest, and after sharing Isla's life on TikTok, they quickly found fans from all over the world. Stin added, "When we started on TikTok, as we were talking about premature aging, they continued with the story of Benjamin Button. It definitely caught people's attention. The family set up a fund to help cover Isla's medical expenses and family vacations to create more fun memories together." Stacy said, "I do my best to imagine the future and Isla is part of it. I hope she brings me a lot of mischief for many years. Babies know. When babies are born, they come in different sizes. However, in the case of baby Sai, she was born unusually small. Baby Saya was born at 3 weeks and 3 days through a cesarean section because her mother was suffering from preeclampsia, a potentially fatal condition that slows down the baby's growth in the womb. The doctors expected the baby to be small, so they anticipated she would be about 15.8 ounces. However, surprisingly, she was even smaller, weighing just 8.57 ounces. For that size, Baby Saab holds the title of the world's smallest baby. Baby born with platinum hair. When Lucas was born, his parents were surprised. The boy was born albino, a rare genetic alteration that causes changes in melanin production. Parents say they had never seen a child like that before and couldn't believe it when they saw him. Everyone in the family had black hair, but Lucas was born albino. Lucas is a very handsome and cute baby. The mom says that the pregnancy, although unplanned, was calm and without complications. And although the pregnancy was a surprise, baby Lucas has always been very loved. Initially, doctors were concerned about albinism, a condition that prevents the production of melanin in the body. Albinism can be dangerous to some extent because the lack of melanin can leave the skin completely exposed to harmful UV radiation. Even so, Lucas has been attracting attention in public and online, and thus has continued forward with Urgo.
Walking around.
Dwarf boy. This boy from Liverpool was born with dwarfism, making him a special child. Alex's condition was called primordial dwarfism, and children with this condition usually do not survive. However, this boy defied the odds and continues to live a healthy life. Children of this type of dwarfism are only 1 meter tall and have a small head and are thin. Previously, Alex had feeding issues and needed tube feeding, but then started to feed on his own. Even with this rare form of dwarfism, Alex leads a happy and healthy life. The dark-skinned baby. Photos of an unidentified girl went viral on social media, and many people are sharing her images. I am very much wondering why someone took so long to post the photos of this cuteness online. This beautiful baby amazed the internet users with her extremely dark and rare skin tone. She has a very dark skin that shines like silk and is simply magnificent. Internet people ask if she is really a child or a doll. Have you ever seen someone with skin like this? Baby Grayson Smith. Grayson Smith is not yet an adult, but since his birth, he has been showing signs. He will become a record holder. When Grayson was born, he weighed just 410 grams, earning the title of the world's lightest baby at birth. The doctors gave the baby a 10% chance of survival, but he has already beaten those odds. Grayson lost a third of his intestine and underwent several surgeries before turning 6 months old. Despite the medical challenges faced since birth, Grayson is growing up to be a healthy baby and is enjoying life. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you found the stories and information interesting, don't forget to give it a like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content. If you have any suggestions or want to see more videos on a specific topic, please click the link below. Please leave your comment below. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.